We made it! We made it! Before we get into this fashionably late Q&A, sorry by the way, I had a lot of things on my plate and I'm lazy, which is a bad combination, I would like to thank each and every one of you viewers, all of your subscribers, both old and new. We got here incredibly fast from a handful of videos that I kind of just decided to make. And I really did not, I underestimated how much positivity you guys would have towards it, and it was just something that I wanted to put out because it was more or less a passion project sort of thing as we kept going along. And so I cannot thank you guys enough for all the support, and I really, really do feel like we're just getting started. I feel like I have a lot more ideas, and with Silksong on the horizon, and with me starting to dip my hands in the streaming puddle, I feel like we got a lot more ground to cover, so thank you all so much for sticking around so far, and I hope you continue to stay around for wherever we go in the future. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, alright? This is still the present right now. You guys had some Q's, I promised you some A's, let's do it. So first up, I actually got this question twice, once on Twitter and on YouTube, and it is the dreaded pancakes or waffles discussion that no one's ready for. Can I even answer this? Do I screw myself by picking a side here? Alright, cards on the table. When IHOP had them Cinestack pancakes, oh my god. Changed my life. I would go there every single time I had a birthday. I would just get their Cinestack pancakes and that would be it. It would be the only thing I required throughout the whole day, but they took it away for a brief time. I don't know if it's back, and I'm sorry for all you waffle lovers out there. Pancakes are so much better! Like, if you leave the syrup in the waffles, then they get all... Never mind. I like pancakes. Next up, let me apologize in advance for butchering people who have usernames, which is going to be all of you. So, sorry. Bertil Waff asks, would you rather be a cow or a sheep? It depends. It really would depend. It would depend on where I'm living. It would depend on if I'm domesticated. It would depend on who the farmer would be that's taking care of me if I am domesticated. Am I a cow or sheep from start to finish? Like, is it the whole life that I'm living, or am I just getting like a portion of it? Like, do I turn into it for a day? I think if I was for a day, it would be a sheep. And then if I were doing it for a life, it would still be a sheep. I thought more about it. I think sheep have less, like, chances to get murdered brutally, right? Is that correct? Plus, I mean, I could get shaved, you know, I get haircuts for free, and I have dope eyes, and I can chew on anything. That's the life. That's the dream. Sheep, all the way. Now, this next one isn't exactly a question, but it has been brought up before, and it's an age-long conversation that's been going that I've left a handful of people in the dark about. Alira Love says, I'll be starting a challenge. Guess what degree Porksworth has? The winner gets a surprise. I think he has an architecture degree. I have no reason for this. I just talk. I mean, he has very good inferring skills. Well, first of all, you'll be hearing from my lawyer very soon. And second of all, can I get a drum roll, please? My degree is in nothing. I didn't even go to college. You've all been pranked. Oh! No, I'm just kidding. I have a bachelor's in psychology with a minor in anthropology and sociology. I won't go too much in depth with it, but I basically, as you could tell from that, my whole entire degree works and everything that I've went to study is about people, which is weird because I'm not a people person in real life. So I know things about other people, but don't ask me to start up a conversation with them or not be socially awkward around them because you won't get that. No degree can solve that. But there you go. We have an answer. The true Jackzilla himself asked, will you live stream any Dark Souls games? It would be cool to watch you play, and will you remember us when you reach 100k? Yes, I already have the first live stream up for Dark Souls. I know this is a bit dated, but I would like to do more Dark Souls if people would like to see it as a series, but if it seems, because it's going to be a very long-winded thing, and if that doesn't seem like something a whole lot of people are excited about, we can switch it up. But I would love to. I would love to do it some more. And will I remember you all when you reach 100k? I'll remember you all by name. I'll remember you all by scent, by looks, by feels, by grammar, by dates, everything. I can't forget. I won't forget any of that. I'm like Horton from Horton Hears a Who. Tekai Guy asks, how long was your first playthrough of Hollow Knight and how many hours do you have in it? I have a picture that I posted on Twitter as soon as I beat the game with the final ending, like the true ending, and I think it was like 119 hours. I spent so long just goofing off and doing everything I possibly could take a look at. How many hours I have now? I think in my beginners or newcomers and returning players guide, I brought up, that was probably the most recent one I have. I think it was 165 hours in that one account. But I think it's 166 now, just because I went back and played a little bit more. But that's it. Plus I also have a Steel Soul account that I lost, and my sister let me play Hollow Knight on her Switch a while ago. So I have hours and hours and hours and hours in this game. You Stole My Mustard said that they didn't have any good questions, so we're going to skip this one. I'm kidding. They asked, what are your hobbies besides video games, and am I a cat or a dog person? I used to, as a kid, and even as far back as a year or so ago in college, if that, I really used to like drawing. I'm not the best at it, but it was just like making doodles or sketches or anything like that. I always liked to draw in sketchbooks and stuff like that, just of whatever I liked at the time. Less frequently these days, I used to play the piano. I was in band for it for like a semester, if that. But it couldn't handle the pressure, so I just like playing it for fun, not really for anything else. And then apart from that, if I'm not playing a game or doing anything, I hang out with friends, but sometimes I prefer YouTube instead, so I just sit down and, you know the casual look, the curled up in a ball with terrible back posture, and no other lights on but the glow of a computer screen. That's my 9 to 5, basically. Just picture that, and those are my hobbies. And I am a dog person, through and through. Not that I hate cats, it's just I've never met a cat that's friendly to me, which is unfortunate, but I like me some doggies. This person has asked, will you hit many different notes with the Hollow Knight franchise? Lore, guides, challenges, etc.? I'm gonna put a big old pin in that and say maybe. Maybe. The guides that I'm doing right now, I would like to do more of, but they take such a long time to do the entire process. Like even right now for Pure Vessel, I have the script done, but it's around 12 full pages of text without double space or anything. And so guides in that front are super, super tough to put out, at least if I want to put them out into quality that I'm proud of. But as sort of things in between that, I was doing the playthroughs, but challenges, maybe. I mean, I don't know exactly what else I could do, because I don't really have mods or anything like that, so it kind of limits what I can do within the parameters of just the game. And as far as lore is concerned, I do not know, because one, here's the thing with that. Every single thing that you have to mention with lore, I feel like is inevitably going to get brought back to Mossbag, which isn't bad. You know, it's completely fine, but those aren't untreaded waters, you know what I mean? And it's me giving an opinion on some stuff that I don't really know a whole lot about, or as much as I could about, admittedly. So I'd have to pick and choose what types of things I would want to talk about when it comes to lore. Or I could just, do it my own, like, little dissection of another aspect of the game, like music or something, because that would be awesome, even though I'm not qualified in any way. You can't stop me. So, but let me know what you guys think, if you'd be interested in any of those. It might be fun to do. Quintus shotgunned some questions here, so I'm going to take this one at a time. When Silksong comes out, are you going to record your first playthrough? It's either going to be a recording of it or a stream, haven't decided which one yet. Have you ever done 112% on Hollow Knight? Yes, I have. Have you played Outer Wilds, Ori, Subnautica, or Portal? I have not played Outer Wilds, though I think Xbox gave it to me for free. And Ori and Subnautica are both on Game Pass, which I have until like early 2021, I think. And I have played Portal. I played Portal on the PC with one of my friends a couple years ago. And it was fun, but me with on my own is bad enough, but with any other friend that tries to deal with puzzles to that degree and any type of deeper thought is a recipe for disaster. So it went about as well as you probably could expect. Inky has asked, if you were in Hollow Knight, who would you be? I'm not talking about Vessel, design your own character. Now this one is a thinker. Because I made my own Vessel, which has been my phone home screen for quite a couple months now. But as far as my own character would be concerned, I had an idea a while ago that was, and this was unfortunate because this predated the, I think, Wanderer's Journal little lore piece that's on Fangamer. I was like, there's no ladybugs in Hollow Knight, and ladybugs are probably my favorite bugs of all time, because at a place where I used to work, they would always climb in through the windows, and I'd have to like scooch them away, and every single time they were super cooperative and adorable. And so I was going to do something on that front, but then the Wanderer's Journal went ahead and added Elena as a ladybug, and she's like, you know, a journalist and doing her own thing. But I think I would still stick with that concept. I wanted just a female ladybug that was like a gardener, that kind of was staying around the Queen's gardens for whatever reason. Maybe had some association to the higher beings, maybe not, you know, just kind of like lurking around, but also this mysterious air, almost like Hornet-esque, but she was a lot nicer. I don't know what her name would have been. I don't really know what she would have looked like. Just a ladybug that's a gardener. Someone asked to draw her too, which was super nice, but I don't know. I have no concept in my head apart from that, really. The main account has asked, how did you discover Hollow Knight? Oh boy, this is gonna get crazy and ridiculous, and I would like to apologize in advance. But so here's the deal. I have a friend who really likes JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and he has his own separate circle of friends that know about it and hate it. And one of them said that he would be convinced to watch JoJo if this person was capable of beating any boss from this list of bosses for all these games that he didn't play. And I shit you not, it was every single game from the Soulsborne at that time. So Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, and Bloodborne. And then Hollow Knight was also in the mix. And I was like, that's strange. One of those is not like the other. But you know, okay. And so I kind of took a mental note of that. Like, it got bunched in with all those other games that I really, really like. And then fast forward a couple months, Hollow Knight got added to the Xbox Game Pass. And I had a separate friend who started playing it and was like, dude, stop everything you're doing, drop out of college, don't ever talk to anyone ever again, you're playing Hollow Knight, because I need someone to talk to about it. And I was like, okay. So I watched him play it for a bit, and I was like, this is amazing. So I downloaded it, and I started playing it myself. And here we are. A wandering traveler asked, pineapple on pizza? Also very basic, but how old are you? Which I got also, I think, twice. But pineapple on pizza, no. But don't let that word be law, because I'm a very, very bland person when it comes to pizza. My favorite kind, to be honest with you, is Domino's, those like 2-topping for $5.99 that you get. Get the regular cheese, get the cheddar cheese, get the Parmesan Asiago with their bust-inspired tomato sauce. Best kind of pizza you could get. And to answer the age question, I am 21. I was born in that weird time period where you don't really know which generation you allot yourself with, but them's the breaks, I guess. A literal rainbow has asked, what is your favorite Hollow Knight character? This has been asked to me a couple times on streams, and I still don't have a good answer, to be honest, but I think in terms of like backstory, Hornet is the most intriguing. In terms of personality, Dungeon Defender is way too lovable. And in terms of aesthetics and like themes, Grim is the way to go. So I kind of copped out on that one, but I can't decide, they're all so good. Your boy just asked, do you have any pets? And if so, what are they? I have one dog, and she is a rescue dog. She is a Chihuahua mixed with another breed that we do not know. We think it's Jack Russell Terrier, and her name is Sammy. She's a little black pelted dog, and she's lazy as shit. If she's not literally just lying around sleeping, she will bark at whatever she thinks may be outside, which more often than not is absolutely nothing. But she has the cutest face in the world, and that's enough for me to keep her around, so it is what it is. Let me get in on those streams. We could play Fortnite and Halo. Oh wait, this is Jacob's question? Yeah, we're moving on. Lucius had a crisis about trying to figure out time zones, and then decided to ask, where the F did your username come from, and how did you come up with it? So this is also a little bit weird and slightly embarrassing, but back when Halo Reach was super popular, like in 2011 or so, I initially met a whole bunch of friends by joining this big group of people that played together, and they asked me to keep a nickname to just kind of refer to me in matches a little bit easier, and my favorite animal has always been pigs. So I just made my tag Piggy, and it really stuck. It stuck forever. It went beyond them into people that I actually went to school with, and is still ever so slightly referenced now, but I chose Porksworth because I wanted to make the theme of the channel something to do with pigs, and I also really, really like the vintage approach to things, like the earnest nobleman / gentleman pig, you know, of having a bowler hat and a petticoat, or any coat in general, and a cane and a monocle, just looking dapper as fuck. So I just slapped the two together, and then I was like really trying to think of... It was originally going to be Pigglesworth, but someone already had that, so I chose Porksworth. Because I'm uninspired and unoriginal. And that's it. I wish I had a cooler story, but that's the one that I ended up with. And with that, I believe we have gotten through all the questions. Thank you all so much to every single person that submitted a question for this. I actually had a lot of fun doing this, and it was super cool to maybe break down some barriers so I can show you guys that I'm a real human being. And hopefully with more live streams we can do a little bit more of this, where it's just you guys ask me stuff on the fly, or, you know, come on by and we can just talk and hang out and everything like that. Because I've been having a lot of fun on that front too, just interacting with you guys. That's really the whole reason why this YouTube thing is as fun as it is. And no matter where we decide to go in the future, I'm really, really grateful for all the opportunities I've been given so far and all the experiences that you guys have given me. And I really hope you guys stick with it throughout the future. But that's all I've got for the time being. Thank you guys so much for checking this one out. If you did, hopefully we can ask some more questions, get some more answers down in the future. I might do another one of these for another milestone. We'll see. But I will catch you guys in whatever comes up next. Take care.